Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well, and thank you for watching. I hope you all are enjoying your Friday and happy 4th of July. So I went to Ollie's this morning and I found a few things, not a lot, but let me share what I did get. There wasn't much to choose from, so I saw a cake stand from the brand Sweet Tooth Fairy. I think that was the brand. I'll put a picture at the end of the video, and it was only $7.99, which I thought it was, you know, a decent price because I saw the box, how big the box of the cake stand was, and it was like a rose gold, very pretty, very simple but pretty. So I didn't think that was bad for $7.99. They also had some of these self-heating mats, the American Crafts, and I remember when I bought this one at Tuesday morning, when we had Tuesday morning, and it was like under $20, like 17, 19, and they had some there for $4.99, guys. I'll put the picture at the end as well. And these are pretty big because these are 16 inches by 22. So, and they were only $4.99. I couldn't believe it. I went to Michael's afterwards, and I saw this person, you know, this guy, he was looking at the self healing mats at Michael's, and they were a lot smaller. I want to say they were probably like 8 by 11, something like that. They weren't big, and they were almost $20. He saw it, he grabbed it, but he didn't pick it up. And as he was, you know, turning to leave, I'm like, you really need that self-heating mat? And he's like, yeah, I was looking for the mat, but the bigger one. And I'm like, well, you know what, you should go check out Ollie's, because I just came from there and they have the American Crafts. I showed him the picture and he's like, yeah, and it's probably cheaper than here. I'm like, yep, it was only $4.99. So if I were you, I would, you know, go check it out. And I told him where to find it, so hopefully he did. You know, I don't know, but I shared the good news, right? All right, so my husband went to work in North Carolina, Concord, North Carolina. So he stopped for me at Ollie's over there. He FaceTimed me, so he picked up a few things. There wasn't much from what I saw, so he picked this up for me. This is just like copy paper, pretty much. It's 32 pounds. So he picked up these Astro Brides. There wasn't really much to choose from. They have these at my Ollie's, but I'm like, well, you know, hubby wants to buy me something, just go ahead and buy that. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this paper, you know, not sure, because it's very thin, but this does say that it's cardstock, and it has these different colors. These are $2.99 each pack. The Astro Brides are $2.99. This one does say it's cardstock and it's 65 pound. The colors are nice. They have these at my local Ollie's as well, but that's what the hubby picked up for me over there. And then he also found these Parklane Flower Garden. This is very thin paper. There's 180 sheets in here, and it says printed cardstock, but it does not feel like cardstock, obviously. And you know, these are $1.99. The paper pads, they're very thin, but I thought, you know, I'm just gonna flip through it really fast. But you know, I thought, like, you know, for $1.99, like, it doesn't matter if it's like thin paper. I'll glue it on top of, you know, a sturdier piece of paper. I always do that anyways. So I figured, you know, for $1.99, like, that's fine, like, no worries, especially for that price, right? Like, I'm not gonna say no to this. So he picked up two. I didn't know it was the thinner kind. He did not tell me it was the thin kind. I thought it was actually like heavier paper. So I told him to pick up two. So he did. So that was what he found in North Carolina while he was working. He got back today. And then this morning I went to my Ollie's, and then we met up for lunch, and he gave me those. And then I went to my local Ollie's, and I found these by Parklane as well. These are the maps, text, and ledgers. And these are 180 sheets as well. These are 8" by 8. These are also just printed cardstock, but it's not really cardstock. It is thin paper as well, but I guess it's nice for journaling. So I went ahead and bought two, one for myself and one to put in the giveaway box for my challenge. So one of these will go in one of the boxes. So this gives me Tim Holtz vibes. So that's nice for people who like journaling and whatnot, right? So that is that, $1.99. So like I said, I did pick up two. And then they had the glitter brights, and I really love this paper pad. I remember buying this pad at Joann's for like, I think I had gotten it on sale for like $12, something like that. And I really enjoy this glitter paper because it doesn't have a fallout paper. You know how sometimes we love glitter paper, but we don't like the fallout? This does not have no fallout. I mean, it's just like super pretty, and you know how expensive glitter paper can be. So yes, I did pick up the last 4 that they had, because I like using glitter paper a lot. So now I don't have to worry about how much paper I use, since I did pick up the last 4 that they had. So I was very happy with these paper pads. And then I ended up, yes, I did pick up another one because I just couldn't remember. I was like, this looks so familiar. I was like, is it the one that the hubby brought me from North Carolina, or is it different? So I was like, well, you know what, I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna pick up one. So I only picked up one, but yep, it was the same one that he brought me. So that was it, guys. That was my small haul from Ollie. So I know a lot of you have mentioned, like, where do you find these items? Ollie's has an aisle where they keep like school supplies, office supplies, where they keep like journals, notebooks, calendars, pencils, pens. In that aisle, they're usually like in the middle of the shelf. Sometimes you have to look like on the very bottom shelf or on the very top for all these products. So just look, move things around if you have to, because that's what I do. If I see things in boxes, you know, I check on the very bottom in case people misplace things and put them on top of like other papers maybe that you can't see. So move things around, look in the middle, look up high, look very on the low shelf, you know, if you have to go 2 times, that's what I do. I'm like, let me look, and I'm very careful looking at every shelf on the very bottom, moving things around in case I did miss something. So go ahead and do that. And I would say check. I go almost every week. They had told me, I had asked my cashier one day, when do they get their shipments? And the lady said they get their shipments on Thursday/Friday. Well, today is Friday. I went Saturday, and these glitter papers were not there. This one was not there, and these were not there. But today is Friday. Like I said, I went Saturday. These were not there. Today is Friday. I went today, and these glitter papers were halfway gone. Like I said, there were only 4 left. So I don't know if, they do get their shipments on Thursday, because I mean, if that was yesterday, and it's already Friday and they were half gone already, I don't know. So I would suggest check weekly, check different days of the week. Like I'm gonna go on Monday I'm gonna be checking every day of the week just to kind of have an idea, figure out when they get new items on the floor. Because like I said, the lady had mentioned on Thursdays, but today is Friday, and I picked up the last 2 of these, or I think there was 1 left. So most of them were gone already. So I feel like if I would have waited till tomorrow, Saturday, everything would have been gone. Because like I said, these glitter papers, they only had 4. So check constantly. If you want to get some nice crafty finds, if the store is not far from you, I would suggest go weekly. Go during the week, go on the weekend, like check different days out of the week. All right, guys. Well, I hope that was helpful, and I hope some of you find crafty items. And thank you all for watching. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye-bye.